So today I'm going to be redrawing an old illustration of a faun I did a few years ago, which has always just kind of looked a little wonky to me. Um, so you can watch I'm laying things out pretty simply. I changed the positioning or the pose a little bit because it was kind of awkward in the old one. Just kind of laying everything in, kind of softening some of the facial features compared to the old one. Alright, now I'm just lassoing and filling just to kind of have like some base colors kind of flatting in. I should also mention this is sped up quite a bit. The actual drawing took about an hour and a half. I realized my eyedropper was set to this layer and below, and my kind of reference I was color picking from was on the top layer, so I had to figure out what was going on there. That's why you saw all the screen flashes. Okay, just blocking in shadows with some red. Right, most of the rest of the video is just kind of my painting process. A lot of it is just kind of like waggling things around until it looks right. So there's not really any, I guess, super like planned out process after the initial lay-in. Just kind of going in and sharpening things up and moving things around, make it look good. Well, hopefully to make it look good. One thing I kind of wanted to do is warm up the skin tones. I feel like the original one from 2017 was kind of washed out. So I tried to keep a little bit more yellow in the skin tones. Tried to be a little bit less heavy-handed with highlights. I typically give creatures like fawns this sort of rectangular pupils that like goats and deer and kind of other horned and antlered creatures have. So at this point I've got everything laid in, and I'm going back in with one of Kyle's oil paint brushes, like the free brushes that are available with Photoshop, just to kind of add some more interesting kind of brushwork and edges and things. I also went in and laid in some blues over the skin tone just to give a little bit of variety. Now I'm kind of overlaying some highlights and shadows to kind of unify some areas. I did that on a separate layer so that I could kind of like adjust the intensity afterwards. And I'm kind of painting out the background now. So I'm trying to get the background a little bit brighter than the old one, which I think looked kind of dark and dull. So I also went ahead and added some shapes which are kind of vaguely suggestive of shadows, which now that I think about it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, because that would mean that she was like standing in front of a backdrop with like a spotlight, rather than just like being outside. But at least it's visually more interesting, so I guess that's a win. Alright, things are kind of winding down. Again, at this point, it's probably about the hour-and-a-half mark, something like that. The original one I spent an embarrassing amount of time on, like probably 6+ hours. I'll say the rate at which I've gotten faster at painting in Photoshop over the last 2 years has been a lot quicker than the rate at which I've gotten like better. I can do, you know, slightly better work in much less time, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Alright. And that's the comparison before and after. So again, the new one's a little bit warmer, a little bit kind of better anatomy, especially in the face. I also changed out the apple with a more kind of ambiguous fruit. I guess the new one is more of a speed paint. It's not quite the same level of polish, but overall I think it's kind of a better illustration. Great, so thanks for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to let me know in the comments. If you'd like me to do more videos like this, definitely let me know. Also, if you want to support me in the work I do, you can donate through Patreon at patreon.com/AnthonyJamesRich. And of course, you can visit my website at www.anthonyjamesrich.com. And of course, if you like the video, definitely like and subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks for watching. Bye.